Hey guys, it's Story. Welcome back to another video. Today is really exciting because I'm finally going to be doing another Caraval video, or Caraval, or however you say it. Everyone says it differently. I just say whatever comes up. I don't know. I know I said I would do a Caraval video forever ago, and I'm sorry it took me so long. I've had people ask me on that original Caraval video if I would finally do one, so here I am doing it. I'm going to be tier ranking all of the Caraval characters, and I thought I could go ahead and tier rank the couples as well, just to kind of get that over with. There's not a lot of like side characters in well, there is a lot of side characters, but like I feel like they don't really matter, you know? It's finally the release month of Once Upon a Broken Heart. You have no idea how excited I am, and I could spend this entire intro talking about how excited I am, but just know I'm going to be doing a release day live stream and a release day vlog for you guys, so there's still a couple more things we're gonna be doing for the release day. I'm so freaking excited. If you've not been to my channel before, I'm a big Jax girl. I freaking love Jax. He's my favorite Caraval character. Spoiler alert, I guess, for the tier ranking, but obviously when I found out that he's getting his own series, I freaked. I have been just anticipating this so much, so that's why I'm doing this video and also the release day live stream and all that. So come back to my channel on release day. I'll probably do it at like 5 or 6 p.m. CST. Hang out with me, talk about Caraval. It's gonna be a good time. I'll also link below the first Caraval video I did where I basically just talked about the new book coming out, explained it for people that didn't really know what was going on, and also tried to convince them to pick up Caraval and get into the series before the book came out. So if you're to this video, you probably already love Caraval and have already read it, but I will link it down below for you anyways. I have my books right here. You can't really see them. I'm sorry for the lighting, by the way. There's literally no sun right now, so I'm using my light, which just like really messes up my books, but my books are right here. Just know that. I wanted them to be in the video, so I switched them around. Also, I got a new bookshelf. I will link down below the video I just posted where I reorganized my new bookshelf. It's so like, it's so tall. This is a mess of an intro, so we're just gonna get into it here. I'm going to minimize my little box here so that you can see the screen, how I set up my tier list and the characters we're gonna be going over and the couples we're gonna be going over. I'm not going over all the Caraval characters today, so all the fates from Legendary, for example. I only have one on here, the important one, of course. I'm sure there's going to be more characters coming to us with this new series. Please comment if you want to see any more Caraval videos, anything specific you want to see me do. This is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm literally obsessed with the Caraval series. Alright, so let's get started. If you want to do this yourself, I will have this specific tier that comes with tiers and all the pictures and all that linked down below, so you can literally just do it yourself. Take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. My social media is linked down below. It's all at Storybook. But basically how I have organized this is I'm first going to go through the Caraval characters, so anyone introduced in Caraval, and then Legendary, and then Finale. I don't think anyone new is introduced in Finale. Maybe Empress Elentine and Paloma, right? Paloma and Elentine? I don't know. We're gonna go through the characters that way though, so that means of course we have to start with the main character of Caraval, which is Scarlet. I personally love Scarlet. I know that literally everyone prefers Tella over Scarlet. I definitely like Tella's point of view more than Scarlet, but that doesn't mean I like Scarlet any less. Like, I really did enjoy her point of view. I feel like I related to Scarlet a lot. I know a lot of people say they relate to Tella, but I don't know. Tella's supposed to be like the bolder, more adventurous sister, and Scarlet is just, I feel like she's more in tune with herself. Like, she has control over her emotions, and she seems like the boring sister because she's like more responsible and like reserved, right? But I don't know, I just think she's like more mature and like more in tune with herself. I don't know, and she's willing to do anything to save her sister, so yeah, I love Scarlet. I'm gonna put her in almost favorite because let's be honest, only one person or one character, he's not a person, will get to go in the all-time favorite tier, so I'm gonna save that for him. But yes, I love Scarlet just as much as Tella, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Tella in almost favorite as well. I have to say my favorite point of view is probably Finale, when we are going back and forth between the sisters, because I liked them both so much. But yeah, I feel like Tella's definitely like a fire sign, and Scarlet is more of, she's not very emotional, so I feel like she's more of like an earth or an air sign, I don't know. Next, of course, is Julian. We meet Julian right after we meet the sisters, and of course everyone knows that Scarlet and Julian are camera thing. Yeah, I really liked Julian. I thought he was a really good love interest in the first book. I pretty much fell in love with him like everyone else, but then, you know, once my baby boy came in the second book, I jumped ship. Yeah, I'm gonna put Julian, I'm gonna put him in okay, just because I feel like his character kind of gets lost once you get deeper into the series. Like, he's just not as important anymore. Oh, I guess I should probably say this is gonna be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, at least for Caraval, then you should probably leave. I'll let you know once I get to, well, no. I'm just gonna talk about Caraval in general. I'm sorry. I don't know how to help myself. So we all know him and Legend are brothers, so they have, you know, that going for him in Legendary. But after that, I just feel like he just doesn't play a huge part. I know, like, in finale, he's like gone, right? He like leaves Scarlet or something. I don't know. It's been a minute. I read finale, I guess it was 2 years ago now. I think I read it in 2019. My memory has gone away from me with the Caraval series, so that's why I'm super excited to read this new series to kind of refresh everything, and then eventually I will reread this series in my UK editions. I'm about to get Caraval finally. The UK first edition, I am so pumped. I don't want anyone to think that I don't like Julian. I do like him, and I really did like him in Caraval, but yeah, he's just not as important because he doesn't surround Tella as much, and then we get a taste of him again in finale when we're in Scarlet's point of view, but Scarlet is off doing things on her own a lot, I feel like, so yeah, I feel pretty good about putting him in the okay tier. Next is Dante. So Dante is a lot of people's favorite, of course. When we met Dante in Caraval, he just felt like an extra character, but I knew there was something to him. Like, I knew, because of course in Caraval, you're just wondering who Legend is. And then for a bit in Legendary, you're just wondering who Legend is. I don't know, I didn't think much of his actual like characteristics in Caraval, but I knew something was up. I don't know, I feel like Julian is I love Julian so much more than Dante is the thing. And I know so many people love Dante because they love Tella with Dante, but I am a Tella and Jax girl, okay? So I don't know what to do. I feel like I should have added more tiers. Like, this 5-tier thing is not working for me. I'm gonna come back to him. Next we have Marcelo Dragna, which is the sister's dad. Obviously I'm gonna put him in Despise. Like, who could ever like him in like any scenario? He's horrible to them. He basically abused them. He was super controlling with their mother and controlling with them, and, you know, tries to make Scarlet marry someone she doesn't want. Well, I guess she kind of wanted to at first, but yeah, there's just like nothing really good about him, and honestly he gave me anxiety. Anytime he like was in the scene, I just like was anxious for them, because I just imagined him being like this 7-foot tall huge dude. This actually isn't even a picture of him, it is a picture of someone else, but there's no pictures of him, there's no like fan art. Next is Nicholas. How do you say his last name? Is it Nicholas Darcy or is it like Darcy? Darcy. I think in my head I always said it like that, but I think it's actually just Darcy. I don't know. Obviously he's not gonna go in the okay tier, because why? I don't despise him. So I'm like, my memory is fading right now because I can't remember. I know something happens where Nicholas like isn't who he said he was. Like, she thought she saw, like, she met Nicholas, but she didn't. So then she wanted to meet the real him. So I just remember there being like a fake Nicholas. So I'm just gonna put him in irrelevant. He was relevant to the story, I do think, but it added like another layer to all the drama and characters and stuff. So he's definitely not irrelevant, but I don't think I despise him in any sense. Like, I didn't hate him, so we'll keep him in that tier for now. Next is Aiko. This is like the Caraval map drawer. I know she is basically one of the performers. I'm gonna put her in irrelevant because I don't see how she really has that much relevance. I'm also gonna put, is it Jovan in irrelevant too. She's another Caraval performer. These are the only performers I really remembered that mattered, were Aiko and Jovan, and even then I just feel like they were like, you just had to have performers since they're supposed to be performers, so they had to, or Stephanie had to include some girls since all we had was boys. Next is my baby Jax. And of course we're gonna put him in the favorite tier. I made the favorite tier blue for a reason. Yeah, so Jax. We meet Jax in Legendary, and man, when we meet him, I did not know we were meeting him. He is one of the most interesting characters like ever for me that I've ever read. A YA fantasy, like a book kind of in general. Everything about the fates in general I just love so much. I know I don't have them here, but that's because there's only like a couple pictures of like specific ones, and I didn't feel like they were relevant enough, the ones I could find pictures for. But obviously Jax is the most important fate. I just think his character is so freaking cool. Like, he's the Prince of Hearts. Hello? With the kiss and the blood and the apple and just like the temptation. He just like embodies temptation basically. And you know that's gonna be good in a book when you have a very like tempting, seductive, dark kind of bad boy. Obviously, me being the Twilight fan that I am, I die for that shit. Like, give me that in a book any day, every day, let's go. So yeah, Jax is definitely my favorite character for all the reasons I just said, but I just find him so interesting. Like, I've never read about the Prince of Hearts. You probably already know this, but of course the fates are kind of set up as like a deck of cards. They're tarot cards, kind of. With Legendary and Finale, I'm just like waiting for Jax to appear. Like, I am just reading so fast through chapters that aren't Jax because I just want to get to Jax's chapters and just like slowly read through them. Like, anytime him and Tello were together, like, that's my baby. Let's go. Okay, enough about him. Next is Legend, the one and only, the Legend. So I really like Legend. He is like an annoying character. I feel like he's back and forth without being like obviously back and forth. You're in Tella's perspective and he's kind of confusing her and just not being very open and like communicative, and that's the whole like idea of Legend, right? That's the whole like aesthetic, is that he's just one big mystery. So even after you find out he's Legend at the end of Legendary, like in Finale, you still like just feel this wave of confusion. And then you also have all the drama happening with Jax in the love triangle happening there, and then you have actual like fate stuff happening, like the action and drama and stuff. And so there's just so much going on, and I freaking loved it. So yeah, I do like Legend because I just feel like he's this specific mysterious character, but he definitely wasn't. I feel like if Jax wasn't involved, he would be kind of the bad boy character I would gravitate towards, but since Jax was involved, it made him less appealing for me. But he was still so mysterious. I still wanted to learn about him, but I was just like dying for Tella to choose Jax. And the more and more you read, like, you just know, why would she choose Jax? Like, all she talks about is like how bad Jax is for her. On the other end, like, Legend just doesn't give her anything. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in almost favorite with the sisters. Like I said, a very specific, unique character. I really like him. I think the mystery behind him, like who he is and all that, is like, it's this main mystery of the series, and I love that we found out in the second book, because I thought we would find out in the very last book. Actually, when I first read Caraval, I thought, oh my god, we never found out who Legend was. Are you freaking kidding me? And if you go back, I don't know if I'll link it down below because it was a long time ago on my channel, but my very first Caraval video, I did a review over Caraval. I feel like I should be saying Caraval because that's what Stephanie Garber says. Caraval. I did a review over Caraval, and I talked about my theories that would happen in Legendary, and I was semi-right. I said that I thought Julian was going to be twins with Legend, and obviously they're not twins. They actually do look alike, but they're not twins. They're just normal brothers. But yeah, this picture doesn't even look like Legend because he's so pale. Like, if you look at these pictures of Dante, he's really, really dark. Like, basically everyone's supposed to be really dark except for the sisters. And Jax. Jax is like super, super pale, but I'm really excited to learn more about the world in this new series as well. I am talking way too much now, but I'm really excited to learn about the world just because everyone looks so different, and we really didn't get to learn that much about the world. And now I know this series is set in a completely different place, and since I saw the map is called the Magnificent North, and since Jax is so like pale and stuff, I think it's going to be like some winter vibes type of stuff. So yeah, I'm super interested to see how the world is expanded now, especially Jax's world. Moving on, I feel like we should go back to Dante. I'm gonna put Dante in okay because I don't feel like he deserves to go in the irrelevant tier with all of those irrelevant people. He's definitely not irrelevant. I just love Julian so much, and I like him more than Dante, but I mean, I'm the one that put Julian in the okay tier. But I feel like the sisters and Legend yeah, I feel like they should be an almost favorite and then have Jax as the favorite for sure. Literally the only thing I can remember about Dante is he's supposed to be the one with all the tattoos. Like he has all these cool tattoos, and I know people reading it probably are in love with him because he's like dark, handsome, has tattoos and all that. So yeah, I get why people like him, but yeah, he's just gonna stay in the okay tier for now. So next is Paloma. This is actually a picture of Scarlet, but I couldn't find any pictures of Paloma, and we know that Scarlet is Paloma's twin. Paloma is the sister's mother, the one that is missing in Caraval. They haven't seen her in so long, and they find her at the end of Legendary, and she wakes up at the beginning of Finale. Paloma frustrates me and annoys me. I thought I was going to love their mother. I think because I hated their father so much, and you love the sisters and they just talk so highly. They have like this just like huge desire to find their mother, to know their mother. They have nothing but good memories of her when they were younger. So I just like felt so hard for them. Like, I just want you to find your mom. They finally do, and she does nothing but disappoint them. She basically is like selfish but also loves them at the same time, but like is just known for being like the fate that she is. I can't remember her name or whatever, but she's basically like just super mischievous, can have anyone in the palm of her hand. She had a little romance with another fate that was like evil. And so at first I was like, oh, this has to be like a Tella and Jax situation. She's just in love with a bad boy. But no, she was kind of like, she was the bad girl is the situation. So anyway, she seems like a badass, but as a mother, like being in Scarlet and Tella's eyes, like seeing her like as a mother, I expected more from her. And I also expected her to be around longer than she was. I think she died, like after she wakes up, she dies almost immediately. Because of like stupid shit she brought upon herself. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in irrelevant. I don't hate her, and that's basically just respect to Scarlet and Tella for like having this desire to, you know, like find her and know her. But I do think she's irrelevant because once she does wake up, she dies almost immediately, and it's kind of like heartbreak all over again for the sisters and for you when you're reading it. So yeah, definitely a disappointment there. And then we only have a couple more characters left before we get into the couples, but I have Stephanie Garber here, and that's only because there's no pictures of Empress Elentine. So congratulations, Stephanie, you're going to be Empress Elentine in this video. I'm also gonna put Elentine in irrelevant. I hope no one watches this video without like hearing what I'm saying, thinking I'm putting Stephanie Garber in irrelevant. But I don't know, I just feel like she wasn't really that important. It's another one of those like comes and goes type of thing. So yeah, I feel like she's pretty irrelevant. And then the last character we have is our newest character, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other new characters, but our new main character, Evangeline Fox. I've always loved the name Evangeline so much, so I'm really happy that she chose that one. But of course, I know nothing about her. I do know, however, that she is going to make a deal with Jax and she's going to suffer for it. This series coming up, I think, is kind of a prequel to the Caraval series. It's like a super prequel. I think you're gonna follow like how Jax becomes a fate, which is so freaking exciting. But yeah, I'm gonna put her in okay for now just because I obviously don't know where to put her. I don't really know anything about her. I have a feeling I will really like her though. Maybe I'll even like her more than the sisters. We'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the couples real quick. There are many different couple like variations throughout the series, and it's funny because it's basically with the sisters, like all of it's with the sisters. Hella has a love triangle, but really there are 3 couple options since we find out who Legend is. He's like 2 different characters. So first is Caraval, which is Scarlet and Julian. Oh my god, they look so cute in this. Freaking the most couple fan art we have is of Scarlet and Julian. I know it's probably because it's since the first book, but like, let's talk for a second. If you do fan art out there, at least Caraval fan art, like please, can we get more Jax and Tella? Like please, I just need more Jax, like anything really. But yeah, Scarlet and Julian are just made for each other, okay? And they deserve to be together until they die. So I'm gonna put them in like the all-time favorite tier because I really do like them together. Caraval, like I said, was just like amazing. And then he kind of leaves for a bit and they come back together, but they were always like kind of meant to be together, you know what I mean? Next we have Scarlet and Nicholas Darcy, however you say that. Obviously I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put this in despise because I do think, like I said, it adds another layer to like everything, like the drama and the characters and the world. Frustrating when she wanted to get to know him after, like, she's already with Julian and she wants to get to know him, but I also get how like she wanted just to know who he was and get that closure and stuff like that, but it was kind of just like, what are you doing there, girlfriend? So yeah, I'm just gonna put them in despise because why not? Next is Tella and Jax. So I'm gonna put that, of course, in the all-time favorite tier. I'm gonna put it in front of Scarlet and Julian because I obviously just love Jax so much. I know they're not supposed to be together. I'm, you know, reading it, I knew they weren't gonna end up together, but this is the first time I was reading a love triangle and wanted the main character to choose a love interest that didn't win, like didn't get the girl. It's interesting. It's fine though, it's fine because I feel like he's not really supposed to have a happy ending, you know, like he's supposed to be evil, so it's fine. Obviously, I love him a lot and I'm not going to talk about him too much. Next is Tella and Dante, and then right after that we have Tella and Legend. So a lot of people actually prefer Dante. They just found him like so like appealing and stuff, and then once he's Legend, I think they find the relationship to be boring because they just like miss Dante. I don't know. I do like Legend. I feel like if Tella wasn't going to be with Jax, like it was gonna be Legend. So I think I'm gonna put Legend and Tella in almost favorite because obviously they're gonna be second to Jax for me, but I do feel like they were kind of like meant to be and they have like this epicness to it. Can we talk for just a second about how Legend was allegedly in love with their grandma? People forget about this, but in Caraval we learned that Legend used to be in love with Scarlet and Tella's grandma that went to Caraval, and their mom would tell them stories about Legend and their grandma, and that's how they knew about Legend. That's why Scarlet always sent him letters asking to be a part of it. But for some reason, I don't know if Stephanie like forgot about it. I was just waiting for that to come full circle at the end. When I saw Scarlet's letter, I saw like, oh my god, Tella, it's her granddaughter. She looks like her. I don't know. Maybe Stephanie didn't want it to be weird because that's kind of weird. I'm still mad that was like open-ended at the end. Like you mentioned it at the very beginning of the series and then didn't mention it again. Or at least maybe it was a rumor, but like tell us it was a rumor. Dante and Tella are just gonna go in okay because like I said, I don't know. I feel like they were good together. They were very interesting to follow. I liked following them in Legendary, but I just feel like the whole dynamic and love triangle in finale with Legend, and I mean I guess there is a love triangle with Dante and Jax in Legendary, but like the ultimate love triangle at the end, like that's what really kept me going just because I liked Jax so much. So I actually really appreciated the back and forth. I was just so intrigued at like her and Legend just to get to like her and Jax type of thing. So the love triangle definitely had me hooked in finale. But yeah, just okay for me because of that. And then of course we have Scarlet and Tella. Of course I have to put Scarlet and Tella, like the ultimate sister duo, in the very top tier. They are iconic. I love them so much. Me and my friend Megan here on YouTube, Mythical Megan, we were supposed to do cosplay of the sisters. I do have a dress that matches the Caraval like mood dress she wears. And then Megan has a blue dress as well and she's blonde. So like we could literally do the best cosplay, but we just haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do like a TikTok or something. My TikTok is @Storybook if you want to follow me. I'm not very active on there, but if I do anything, it'll be on TikTok and then I'll post it to my Instagram. So yeah, just follow me on Instagram @Storybook. But yeah, now we have the very last couple left and this is the couple we're about to follow. Obviously, I don't know where to put them, so I should probably just put them in okay, but it has the couple has Jax in it, so I know it's gonna be more than okay. But I can't put it in almost favorite because I literally haven't read anything about her or their couple, so yeah, have to put them in okay for now. But of course I will do this tier again after I read Once Upon a Broken Heart, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog, obviously, like of course I have to do a reading vlog. But yeah, that is basically it. Thank you guys so much for doing this with me. I'm sorry it took me so long to do. I just had a million other videos I wanted to do, and then it came to be September 1st. Here we are. And it comes out in 27 days. I already have I have 2 versions that I pre-ordered, and then on release day, since I want to do the vlog, I'm gonna go and get another copy. So my bank really likes the Caraval series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the description for all those links if you haven't already. Like the video if you love Caraval, and subscribe, of course, if you feel like it. And I will see you soon.